Ginger apple slices are a really fun recipe if you like ginger. In fact, if you really like ginger, you should go find my heritage ginger apples. That one, it's practically like eating the pickled ginger right out of the jar. It's incredible that way for my husband. Me, I actually like ginger in moderation. I do like adding it to things, but not in large quantities. But I don't think it's the ginger's fault. I have had 8 pregnancies where I have fought off my morning sickness with ginger root. And while it was very effective for taking care of my nausea, it actually has just kind of left me feeling so-so about ginger. So none of ginger's fault, but this is a recipe that I make for my husband and I wanted to share it. I start by making this syrup with 4 cups of sugar and 2.5 cups of water. I'll then boil these on the stove for 3 minutes. I've already prepared my apples by coring, peeling, and slicing them. I used my apple corer slicer peeler for that. I really love that device. I feel like it does such a good job. It works really quickly and it just suctions right down to my countertop. They also have ones that go on the edge of the counter, but this one works great for me. Then I just remove any of the skin and seeds and bad spots that the device might have missed. And I slice them down on 2 sides. Then it just makes it so they're these little half-slice segments that are perfect for putting in my jars. I also grated 1 tablespoon of ginger root. Now that my syrup is done, I'll add it to my apples. So that was 8 apples. And then I'll add my 1 tablespoon of ginger. And that's really it. It's only those 4 ingredients. So then I'll place this on the stove and I'll cook it until the apples turn translucent. I'll then fill up my half-pint jars up to 1/2 of an inch of headspace. Headspace is the space from the top of the food to the top of the jars. When I have larger items like these big apple slices, it can be a little harder to fit them in these jars because the jars are so tiny. They fill up fast. Once I get the apples in, then I kind of fine-tune it and add the rest of the syrup. I'll then use a wooden chopstick to go down the sides just to make sure that there's not any little hidden air pockets in there. I double check my headspace one more time and then I'm good to go. I then use a clean damp cloth to wipe off the rim of my jars. This just makes it so if any of the syrup got on the edge, that it won't interfere with the seal. And then I place on the lid in rings until they're fingertip tight. I'll then process these in the boiling water bath for 10 minutes if I'm at sea level. I'm at 1,200 feet, so I'll go for 15. But I won't start the timer until after it's begun to boil. Now that the timer's gone off, I'll take off the lid, turn off the heat, and give it 5 minutes to cool down. I'll then place the jars on a heat-resistant surface about 1 to 2 inches apart so that they can cool down really quickly. And then I'll leave them there for 24 hours so they can get a nice seal. After that, I'll remove the ring and I'll wash off the outside with warm soapy water. If they didn't seal, then the little button that's in the middle of the lid will not be depressed down and I'll need to put them in the refrigerator and use them right away. If they did, then I can put them in my pantry, which is cool, dry, and dark, perfect for canned goods, and I'll use them in the next 1 to 3 years. Okay, so I did save some for the taste tester. Never say I didn't do anything for you, right? Actually, this one is not that strong in the ginger. I can appreciate this one. I think I kind of lumped it in with my heritage gingered apples because those ones are just so strong. But these ones, I can tolerate these ones. Sweet, a little bit of ginger. You can feel it a little stronger at the back of the throat. And of course, apple.